Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Three important topics that really I want to touch base on. And like always, I want to know what you guys have to say about that in the comment section. So straight away, without further ado, you're going to enjoy this video. So smash the like button. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Very close to 36,000 subscribers. So let's get there before the next watch along. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick things off from this particular news. As I said, three important topics to talk about. This one we're going to touch base on. We've got some information in regards to a new technical director for the development team, and Enzo Maresca hinting a little bit of a different personality characteristic in the midfield. But here is where we're going to start things off, ladies and gentlemen. Enzo Maresca, I really don't think we can compete with Manchester City or Arsenal. We are not ready. City worked with the same manager for 9 years, Arsenal 5 years, us 3 months. The target is to slowly get closer. Now, some people might get a bit annoyed by this particular commentary from Enzo Maresca, but once again, kudos, big up to Enzo Maresca, showing the reality. He's being as real as possible, and I absolutely rate this from Enzo Maresca. He's educating the fan base, educating me, educating everyone else. He's saying that, guys, we're doing well, but calmer, relax yourself. We are going through a good moment. We want to carry that way. We want to work hard in the training sessions, but you need to realize Man City have a manager that's been there for 9 years, did he say? 9 years, and Arsenal have a manager that's been there for 5 years. So their work is understandably way ahead of plan, right? Way ahead. We, on the other hand, we've just started. We've got a lot of new players. We need to stay patient. And it makes sense. This is why I've said to myself, I'm not putting Chelsea Football Club in the mix of any title conversation. If it by chance happens, so be it. That's a massive overachievement. For me, I still maintain, man, from the start of this season, I said if we can be around 5th or 6th, I think that's a massive tick point for Enzo Maresca coming in, someone who's inexperienced at this level. Quite a lot of players that are inexperienced as well. They're just finding their feet. Yes, some of them are experienced in the Premier League level, but they've not really, hit the ground running. So they're all pretty much based in that potential area. So for me, 5th or 6th, and then we work on that. Now, if we end up being in the top 4, wow, standing ovation for the team. And then if we actually compete for the title, that is beyond belief for me. So look, do I believe the squad is good enough? Do I believe the manager is good enough to help us have a somewhat of a successful season? Yes, look, we've all said the squad still lacks maybe that top goalkeeper, maybe that top striker, maybe that imbalance in midfield just needs to be tweaked a little bit, but it's still good enough to have somewhat of a successful season. So look, for me, this particular commentary from Enzo Maresca is bang on, and I don't think anyone should look at it in a way that, no, Miz, we are Chelsea Football Club, we shouldn't be talking this way, we should be competing against Manchester City and Arsenal from the get-go. It doesn't matter who the manager is, the motto is to win, win, win. Look, we need to calm ourselves down. We are at a different stage now. We are the Chelsea that we once upon a time used to know. It has been disintegrated. It has been, whether we like it or not, it has been. Now we're trying to slowly rebuild again. Let's see what happens. It's very important we get the victory against Nottingham Forest and really set us up nicely after the international break, that showdown with Liverpool. If we drop points against Nottingham Forest, it's going to hurt. It definitely is going to hurt, especially at home. We want to make sure we get the 3 points. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to this comment from Enzo Maresca. Do you believe that we are perhaps not ready to compete against Arsenal or Manchester City right now? Next up, Enzo Maresca. When you win games, it provides energy, trust, confidence. It's helping the process, but the players are the first to recognize when the team plays well or not. They're especially convinced because they can see the identity and the purpose. And this is off the back of that commentary previously in regards to not being able to compete against Manchester City and Arsenal at the moment. So this is right. When you win games, it's going to give you a good boost. So the more we keep winning games, the more we're going to start believing in ourselves, the more we're going to believe and buy into what Enzo Maresca is trying to implement in terms of the philosophy, in terms of the style of play. The more bumps and hiccups you have along the way, and if it's prolonged for too long, yeah, then there is a problem. Then there will be a problem. This is why I keep saying we don't expect Enzo Maresca and Chelsea Football Club to go out there and win every single game. No, we don't expect that. Now, look, we could very well drop points against Nottingham Forest, but then we need to rectify that immediately. Straight after the international break, Liverpool, we need to rectify that and potentially win that. This is why I'm saying win this, and maybe you can go into the Liverpool game still looking to win, but maybe a draw might not be that much of a bad result at that point. So I would take that as a slight blip, and then we keep going again. Now, a lot of people say, oh, a draw against Liverpool, a blip, that's probably a good result. But if you want to achieve something special in this season, you cannot go through a phase where it's prolonged, period of loss, draw. You have to have predominantly wins. That is just the nature of the beast if you want to have a somewhat of a successful season. So that will only happen, as Enzo Maresca said over here, the more you keep winning, the more the belief will happen. So I hope whenever we have a blip that it is just a blip. So I fully agree with Enzo Maresca, and yeah, this is what has happened previously with other managers that has been unsuccessful. The blip was prolonged, and this is why they're not at Chelsea Football Club. Enzo Maresca, results help refresh the lack of chaos surrounding Chelsea. The only part I can control is the football side. All the noise around the club is something I cannot control. I don't know if it's real noise or not. I don't care, to be honest. And once again, fantastic commentary from Enzo Maresca. I think he's referring to all the stuff that has happened in the last international break about owners not getting together. There seems to be a divide in Chelsea Football Club. Now, all of that stuff could still be true. And I love the fact that Enzo Maresca is coming out and saying that I can't control that. I cannot control that. If the owners are not wanting to collaborate, not wanting to stay together, and they want to buy each other out, or whatever the case is, I don't know. Firstly, he's saying, I don't even know whether it's true or not, whether that noise is true or not. He's probably not getting that information. And maybe he doesn't need to know that information. His remit is to develop the team, work hard with the team, get results for the team whenever Chelsea play. His remit isn't to get worried about, what's happening with the ownership. That will take care of itself. And I think this is a good message for the fans as well. Of course, we are going to be interested, and we are obviously going to be vested in, what is happening with the ownership, which angle is it going. But I guess last international break, we were a little bit worried because at that point, the results were a little bit up and down. This international break, we're entering with a lot more fresher mind, a lot better, mindset, knowing that hopefully we get the victory against Nottingham Forest, and that's going to be 6 out of 6 since the last international break. So when you win often enough, all of this noise in the background simply just erodes. It just disappears. You don't even feel it anymore. So moving into this international break, if there is more noise in the background from in the sense of ownership issues, maybe this time around, even we as fan base probably won't care too much about it, because ultimately it is what it is. Looks like whether it's Todd Bowley, whether it's Iqbali, if we keep continuing to win, you just have to believe and trust that it's going the right way. And that's always been the case. That's always been the case. Enzo Maresca, there is no update on the rest. Everyone else is available for Nottingham Forest. The only one who isn't is Reece James, who is still out. The rest are available. Look, I don't have too much that I can say about Reece James at the moment, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. We're potentially, the 2 international breaks down. We're in October. There's no Reece James still. He's already missed what? This will be the 6th Premier League game, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure. Nottingham Forest, how many games have we played? Let's have a look at that. Pretty sure this will be the 6th, or is it league table? No, this will be the 7th. This will be the 7th Premier League game, and there's still no Reece James, obviously, the first three he was suspended. He could have been available for the ones after, but he's been injured, and this will be the seventh game. God knows where he's going to be even after the international break. Look, as I said, I don't have too much to say about it anymore. I think it's been well documented and well said, and we just hope that he comes back whenever. I hope he's fit, and if he gets another injury after that, well, I think that will be it. I think that will be it. Enzo Maresca and Kani Chukwuemeka. Kani was in the squad for Ghent, but didn't feel well during the night. He was ill. This is why he wasn't in the squad when the team sheet came out. So there you go. Hopefully Chukwuemeka comes back, and I'd like to see him feature in the Conference League and of course in the domestic cups as well. I don't think there's any place for him in the Premier League at the moment. Maresca hints that this is very, very important. This is another topic, second topic that I really wanted to talk about. Maresca hints that he wants a more physical number 6 in the future. This season we use Chastra as a holding midfielder. Football is going in a direction where probably in the middle you need physical player. Okay. Now, I've talked about this in recent times a lot. I've talked about how important it is to win your duels. Very, very important in the midfield to win your duels, especially in the midfield. Yes, it's important to win the duels everywhere, but especially in the midfield, it's very important to win the duels, or else the opposition will run ragged all throughout the midfield. And I've said you've got to compete and win those second balls. You must. Whenever the ball is bouncing around, you got to be the first one there to win it. The more the opposition wins those balls, then the more trouble we are going to be. Now, this comes to the point, if you look at our midfield now, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. Even though that sounds like, yeah, that's top-notch quality, but for some reason the balance isn't there. Caicedo, very good, very athletic, can win duels, can, win those second balls. Enzo Fernandez on the other side, yes, excellent on the ball, but he lacks those athleticism quality. He lacks those defensive quality, which is important. Whether we like it or not, we cannot shy away from it. Now, a lot of people say, oh, these are stuff that Conor Gallagher had. But you need to have both. Caicedo's ability on the ball is probably just as good as his ability off the ball. Same with Romeo Lavia. His ability on the ball is just as good as his ability off the ball. Enzo Fernandez's ability on the ball is excellent. However, off the ball, there's major flaws. It's not a surprise that the opposition seems to target him and run straight past him on a regular basis. It's up to him to get himself up to the level that requires in terms of physicality in the Premier League. This isn't even me now talking about it. This is Enzo Maresca hinting that we need physicality in the midfield. This is apparently where the future is going. Midfielders need to be robust. This is why if Romeo Lavia is fully fit and can stay fit for a prolonged period, you best believe it's probably going to be Romeo Lavia and Caicedo in midfield. And that would mean someone like Enzo Fernandez, his future at the football club will be a big question mark. Unless we can create a structure where Enzo is a free player in midfield and you surround him with your Caicedos, with an inverted left back, with another attacker maybe coming in who are going to do the heavy load of, off the ball work rate, then I'm sorry, the flaws of Enzo Fernandez will come out on a regular basis, off the ball, that is. So it's one or the other. If we want to keep Enzo Fernandez and make him one of the mainstays of the team, then you have to create a structure, a system that limits his flaws. But if you keep Enzo Fernandez and don't have that structure and always expose him, well, it's going to be detrimental. But looks like Enzo Maresca is hinting that we need physicality. We need physicality in midfield. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, another topic. This is a very important topic as well. Glenn van der Kraan will lead Chelsea's youth development program alongside Jack Francis, who has become the Academy's football operations director. Big news. Glenn van der Kraan. He's a Man City recruit. A particular personnel coming from Manchester City. Official Glenn van der Kraan has joined Chelsea as the club's academy technical director. Glenn van der Kraan is from Manchester City, which is big. An academy technical director. There's a lot that's changing in our academy. We've had previously Neil Bath and many others, they've gone. We've brought in a whole heap of new people. I think we've got the Benfica under 21 coach as well. And Benfica, you can see the amount of talent they keep producing and scouting on a regular. Now we're getting this particular person, technical director, who used to operate at Manchester City. We are going to hopefully start seeing some top level ballers from our academy. And I think that is the plan down the track, to utilize as many players from the academy, not just for the first team, but of course for the pure profit as well. So this for me is a huge, huge news. And I think our academy is going to take a massive reshape. It's on a renovation at the moment. Like if we thought our academy was producing as like a conveyor belt style good players on a regular, well, wait till we start seeing this down the track, when we actually start seeing more technical players coming out from the academy. I think that was the issue previously with her lack of technical players coming out from the academy. Yeah, the likes of Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, Alfie Gilchrist, and so on and so forth. Now I think we're going to have players who are going to be in tune with how the first team squad plays. So this is fantastic news. Let's see exactly how it materializes down the track. That is the latest. Let's see if there's anything else that has popped off since we started recording, ladies and gentlemen. No, that seems to be it. Let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Enzo Maresca's comments for whether we can compete against Manchester City or Arsenal at the moment or not. The midfield, Enzo Maresca hinting that perhaps we need a little bit more physicality there. That's the focus. And of course, the City development technical director coming to Chelsea Football Club. What do you think about that? Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya. Goodbye.